So I was born in India in a Hindu family in a city called Bangalore. We were only 2 children to our parents. And we went to a Christian school. That's where we met Jesus, and that's where we learned about Jesus. And in just one random morning, my dad used a 10-kilogram sledgehammer and hit my mom. He hit my brother, and then he also beat me. And I learned later that he had killed himself the same day. And when I woke up from my coma and I asked for my family, they told me they all had died the same day. And that's the time that I was broken into pieces. I moved in with my grandmother for a little bit, and when I turned 18, I left to Belize, and I worked there for 13 years. I served at a local church there, and one day I met the director of the Charis Bible Institute, and I attended my first class, Andrew's Church Foundation, and I fell in love. And then I did my first year there. I came here in 2020, did my second year, and I now have done a 3rd year of Charis, and today my heart's been fully restored. I love my dad like I love him as a child. Looking back on my life, I see that he never left me. He has completely redeemed my life, and now I will partner with him to do the same for others.
Welcome to a special edition of Gospel Truth with Andrew Wommack. We're on the campus where everyday lives like 𝗪𝗂𝗃𝗃 are being changed through Andrew's teaching and his discipleship school, Charis Bible College. Today, Andrew is joined by CEO Billy Epperhart and Executive Vice Presidents Mike and Carrie Pickett as they present a vision that will engage your heart for the future. And now, here's Andrew.
Welcome to a very special edition of the Gospel Truth broadcast. As you can tell, I've got my CEO, Billy Epperhart, down at the opposite end of this table. And then I've got Mike and Carrie Pickett. And the reason that all of us are on here is because we just want to share some things with you. God is doing awesome things here at Andrew Wommack Ministries and Charis Bible College. And it's just so exciting that we want to share it with you. So we're going to be talking about a lot of different things. Let me just preface this by saying I know that we aren't the only place that God is moving. God's moving all over the world, but He is doing something really significant here, and we wanted to let you know about it. And also, we want to give you an opportunity to be a part of it because it's bigger than any of us.
Amen.
And so that's the reason that I brought them on to share. Billy is our CEO. He has pastored 3 churches and also been in business and is very successful there and is just, amazingly qualified to do what he's doing right now. And the Picketts, I met Carrie when she was 10 years old. She wanted to be a missionary, went to Charis Bible College, graduated, and went over to Russia, met her husband Mike, who was also a missionary over there. And they were in Russia for 16 years and has been back here nearly 10 years, and they're now the executive vice presidents of our ministry. So today I want to give you a real quick overview of some things we're going to be talking about all week long, but then we're going to drill down and talk specifically about each one of these. But a lot of things are happening. Probably Charis Bible College is where most of the activity is happening right now, and we are having more people want to come to Charis than what we can accommodate. And so we are in a building program. And we're going to be building out student dorms. We're going to be building a student activities center, which this student activities center is going to be larger than all of our facilities that we have. It's going to be
amazing.
340,000 square feet. We are going to be building out a hotel and conference center to accommodate all of the people that come. We live in a small community and stuff, and then we're going to be building a performing arts center. And so Billy estimates it's going to be a lot.
A lot of money.
I don't know exactly how much. But we aren't only doing that. We are also in the process of taking our Gospel Truth TV, which we've had now for probably 3 or 4 years or something like that. And we are going to start producing our own programs. And we're going to produce with Mike and Carrie, we're going to have a daily, what do we call it? Grace and Faith. Today. And they're going to be producing their own programs. We're going to be doing Andrew's Classics. We're going to have all of our staff doing movies and all kinds of things. Matter of fact, you're the two that are really kind of heading this up. What are some of the programs we're talking about doing?
We're super excited about just developing more content for the audience. There is just so many things, your young people, your children, just the content that we're going to be able to create for you. It's going to touch every single child and grandchild in your home. And so we're super excited to get this gospel message out. But yeah, we've got amazing shows. Andrew, we've got things with Billy on leadership and finance, and it's going to be able to touch kind of the aspect of everything that you're learning from Andrew, how it applies to every area and every person within your life.
And like you said, there's going to be things for children, there's going to be things for teenagers, apologetics with teenagers. We're going to have game shows as well eventually, as well as
Bible shows.
Some just incredible, and it's all going to be produced out of Charis.
And one of the things that amazed me is that for 24 years now I've been on television, and we've built this whole ministry off of a 30-minute program. And this is going to be 24 hours a day. We're expanding with our own programming, and who knows the potential that it's going to make.
That's right.
It's going to be huge. But on top of all of that, we have to build out this student dorms. This is the thing I really want to focus on today, but let me just say that we also, at the same time we're doing all of this, we've got plans for this Student Activities Center, which is going to be a huge project. Do you have any idea what that's going to cost, Billy?
Well, the last time that I think John and I talked, who's our general contractor, we're looking at close to 180 million. We went from, it's continuing to grow from the standpoint of the cost of materials and the cost of labor has continued to go up. So right now, I would say 180 million today.
And so all of these things are converging at one time. You know, if I was just logically trying to plan this stuff, I don't think I would have planned to do all of this at one time. But God is inspiring it, and we're going to go into more detail about expanding this Gospel Truth TV. We'll talk about that more. We'll talk about the Student Activity Center more, and we're going to be talking about a number of things throughout this entire week. But I really believe that God has brought it all together.
Amen.
So the thing that I really want to focus on today is to share with you about our student housing, which again, maybe you could give the exact details, but we've had more students want to come than what we can accommodate. We've actually been turning people away.
Unfortunately, the students have cited that their biggest issue for being able to come to Charis has been finding housing. So we had over 800 students say this last year that they have had difficulties finding housing, and because of that, 470 of those students were not even able to come here on campus. So we had a record-breaking year this past year. We had well over 1,200 students, 1,244 students actually come on campus, and if those additional 470 students came, we would have had over 1,900 students here on campus.
Yeah, what's so powerful is that the Bible College is growing, and for those that know about Charis Bible College, I know you hear this on Andrew's program, but this is a huge part of the vision of just bringing discipleship and raising the next generation of people who love God, bring it into all areas of their life and helping them discover their gifts and callings. And so it is so exciting to see that Charis Bible College is expanding, and not only here, but around the world. We have thousands, over 9,000 students right now going through all of our Charis material, and many of those students, even from other nations, they go through first and second year, and then they actually come to Colorado to do their third year program. So this is an amazing training location, and for us not to have housing just keeps so much of that discipleship from happening. And so that's really the heart. And I love how you say about these buildings, it's not just for the sake of building buildings. Anybody can build buildings. It's that they're tools, that the vision is happening and seeing. And even this last season, we had our Festival of Nations and had so many of our international directors and offices come in. And I thought it was so powerful during that presentation as they were sharing what God was doing through AWMs and Charis's around the world and all the graduates and disciples. How many of them, I think of our directors out of Indonesia and our directors out of Hong Kong, they came from the mission field, came to Colorado, totally changed their life. They got equipped, and now they have, literally in Indonesia, we have a waiting list for students to get into Bible school. That's what these buildings are accomplishing for discipleship.
And you know, if you were to go to our website, we have construction updates where you can see walkthroughs, and we've got a video that's about 10 minutes or so that shows you what the buildings will eventually look like. And just for time's sake today, I'm not going to play all of those. But we do have a drone that one of our employees, he went through real quickly, and it'll give you an idea. We've got 2 of these dorms that are under construction. We've actually poured the foundation for all 6 of the first 6 dorms. Eventually, we're going to have student housing, single homes for families, duplexes, quads, all kinds of things. But the first little phase of this is 6 dorms. We've got 2 of them that we're trying to finish by August to accommodate this year's students that are coming in.
Yeah.
But we've already poured the foundation on 6. We've got a lot of the work done. So let's go ahead and play this little drone fly through. And as we're playing this, I'll kind of narrate it. But this shows you what we're calling our Grace dorm. This is the very first one to be finished. This is the women's dorm. The next one is we're calling Faith dorm. Grace comes before faith. And this is the entrance on the 2nd level that you're looking at. And this is a communal area. There'll be fireplace in there. It's going to really be nice. This will go down one of the hallways and show you one of the what we call a quad. It's actually got 4 different bedrooms in there. And well, we just passed up that room. I must have forgotten. So now we're going to go down to the end and go up, I think, to the 3rd floor. There's actually 3 floors to this dorm. So all of these first 6 dorms are going to be identical like this. And they're just hanging sheetrock. The things that you're looking at are 45 days old from when you will see this program. This is the 3rd floor. It's going to have a vaulted ceiling with a wood ceiling and a fireplace in there. That was the elevator shaft we just passed by. They've already got all of the insulation and things like this in. And you can go into these rooms. There's going to be 4 bedrooms in one of what we call a quad. There's 2 people in each bedroom. So there's 4 people that share a bath and a sink together. But it's going to be really nice.
Yeah, these are beautiful dorms. These are definitely not like your traditional college dorms.
No.
And they have vaulted ceilings, the chandeliers.
I never stayed in a dorm, but you did.
Yeah, the antler chandeliers are just gorgeous. I mean, this is a very nice level of living.
Did
for
they not
somebody.
have that in the dorms that you stayed in?
They did not.
No,
it was a little bit different.
You know, what I love about this is that even as our audience is watching this, you know, seeing themselves, you know, coming to Charis Bible College, but even seeing their kids and grandkids. This is one of the things we love, you know, at the conferences. We have so many individuals coming and saying that they have already, they've already got their kids planned to come. So I was talking to a little girl the other day. She was 12 years old. She's like, I'm coming to Charis Bible College. And I said, well, we're building dorms for you. And she was just, she was so excited. She had tears in her eyes. She's like, I can't wait to come. And that's really what these dorms, it's not just for our current group of students, but it's all of the group of students that God is bringing. So this is going to last for generations.
And you mentioned before just how many different campuses we have all over the world. So this is going to provide an opportunity for so many international students to be coming in, to find housing very easily, and to get a much better price and much more affordable for them to come in as well.
Yeah.
I was talking to some young people at our David performance, and the parents were saying, man, these dorms, they've been waiting on this because they're taking their kids and they've never been out on their own, and this is going to be a deal changer.
Well, you think about it, and this is the thing that I love about Charis Bible College is we're grounding people in their faith, because, you know, you talk about how young people are going to college or going to universities and they're losing their faith with this whole woke agenda. It is so aggressive and so demonic, and so this is such an amazing investment even of people that are watching this and being a part of this, because we're going to raise up a generation of young people that stand, are uncompromising, bold for their faith. They're not going to lose it. So then they can go into their professions, careers, and callings with this biblical foundation. And I think this is going to be a huge part of revival and a great awakening, because we've got people, and it's not just young people, we've got 80-year-old students that are going through Charis. We have students of all ages, and it's really this family community being discipled and trained together.
Yeah, if you go to a regular college, you get empowered to find a profession, to earn money, to make a living. This truly gives you purpose in life when you come to Charis, and it's not just for people who are going to be going to the ministry. It's for people who are going to become CEOs, housewives, or to do any type of job. It really does truly empower you to have a relationship with the Lord, to find success, to find happiness, and to raise up the next generation truly after the ways of the Lord.
Statistics show that 70 to 80% of all Christian youth that go to a secular college renounce their faith within 1 year.
That's right.
That's terrible. No. It's toxic.
Because those colleges, that's exactly what they're teaching. That's what they're getting the results they want to get, because they're trying to pull people out of their Christian faith.
So even if your kids, were going to have to go and get something like a teaching degree or a doctorate degree or something where they have to go to a secular college, you ought to send them to Charis for at least 1 year to get grounded so that they can survive that onslaught.
Absolutely.
It's really bad. So anyway, right at the moment, student housing is the primary need that we have. Now, next to that, and they're actually interconnected, we're also out of classroom space. We're using an internal parking garage that had 15 parking spots for our executives. Now, we've got a big parking garage that parks 1,022 cars, but we had an internal parking garage. We've had to turn it into classrooms.
I love it. It's such a good problem to have that we're running out of space.
But it is a problem.
But it is a problem.
Well, we're estimating that by 2026, that school year, we're actually going, for our third year classes, we're going to be out of room.
Yeah.
So we'll have to find some more creative solutions, different hours, whatever that might be. But we are in desperate need for more classroom space for our third year program.
I think this is awesome, because this just shares the hunger that people have to really ground their relationship with God and discover their gifts and callings. And so what is happening on this campus is really igniting so many lives.
Lives are being changed.
They are.
It's not about buildings. It really is about people's lives are being changed. And as you mentioned, this Festival of Nations, we saw these people coming from all over the world. How many countries? There was over a dozen, I'm sure.
We had 22 different countries.
22 different nations.
And they were just, giving testimony. Like in Uganda, we had one of our students go out and raise a guy from the dead, prayed over him for 4 hours. I'm not sure that I would have stuck with it for 4 hours, and this guy just came back from the dead.
You know what I love, and this is what's happening with the dorms, with all the things we're going to be sharing of all this amazing stuff this week, and you're not going to want to miss this week of what we're going to be sharing. Because we're going to be sharing even the testimonies of just changed lives, because it's when they come in, they're not only getting grounded in the relationship with God, they're becoming equipped of how to share the word. I just think of a story. Some of our Hong Kong students were going on a missions trip to Vietnam. No, was it Vietnam? So they were in Vietnam, and so they were ministering, and the students were ministering. They're ministering exactly what you've been teaching, what you guys watch here on the program, and they were ministering. And one of the gentlemen, one of the fathers, he was the pastor of the deaf community. His son is deaf, and he always told his son, "It is God's will. God made you like this to glorify God." And then he got a hold of the truth. No, this is not God. And so the father got this revelation, laid his hands on his son's ear, prayed for him. His son's ears came open, and he's the pastor of the deaf community. So it's going to absolutely change that whole community.
I didn't hear that one, but on that same missions trip to Vietnam, they had one guy, and they said, "Do you want us to pray for you?" And he said, "I don't believe in this." And he says, "But if my mother-in-law was to get healed, then I'd believe in it." They said, "Well, where's your mother-in-law?" And they couldn't find her. And so finally they said, they laid hands on him, says, "You go lay hands on your mother-in-law." They found her. Anyway, we got a video of this.
He's praying for his mother?
This unbeliever was praying for his mother because the students had laid hands on him, and the mother couldn't stand up and walk. She just stood up, started walking, and the guy got born again.
Yes. Praise the Lord.
It's phenomenal. And so anyway, great things are happening. We need to hurry along. But Billy, it's a financial miracle what we've already done. Our partners have enabled us. We've been spending about $1.8 million a month to get this done. But in order to get these 2 dorms done by August, so that we can accommodate incoming students for the new school year.
That's the key, is getting students in here by August. To start school in September. So that's
in order to get that done, what do we have to have? We can't get both of them done at the rate we're.
Well, right now we've looked at it, and the money that, just to remind the partners and those watching, that we came through paying off the parking garage, and we were able to take those dollars and roll them in to the current construction, just continue to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And the ministry now has grown to where we're able to do almost $2 million a month that we have going in for that. So that's amazing. So that's a miracle and a testimony.
Amen.
So each one of these dorms cost how much?
So each dorm right now is $8.8 million. You might as well say $9 million per dorm is what it's costing us. Mm-hmm. We need today an extra $1 million over what we're currently spending to get both Grace and Faith done by August of 2024. And then to keep, those would be done, and then we would roll that all the way into the next ones we're building. However, there's going to be construction costs and other things that go in on the rest of the dorms. There's 4 more of those. Mm-hmm. So that's going in. And so right now, since we're talking specifically about the dorms, right now the minimum we need is $1 million a month more than what we're spending to be able to do that.
That's to get these 2 dorms finished by August. But
right.
There's many of the things that we're having to do simultaneously on all 6. Like,
That's
for
correct.
instance, buying some of the tile and some of we're having to buy all of this at one time. So in order to get all 6 done by August of 25, we need an additional $2 million.
We need an additional $2 million a month to bring us to where we need to be. And you have to remember, simultaneously, we're also standing up the new programs that we're going to be running on Gospel Truth. All of that has a pretty major cost. Plus, we're doing all the infrastructure planning at the same time for the student activities. As a matter of fact, as we're recording this today, I have a meeting, I think tomorrow, it's either tomorrow or the next day, where we're looking at all of that. And that student activities building is a massive building. And so just the preparation work in the infrastructure is going to take a lot of money and a lot of work to get that done.
So we need $3 million a month in order to get all of the stuff that you just talked about.
Everything across the board, we need an extra $3 million a month.
So, Mike, real quickly, what would this save a student having their own these dorms over what they could get in our community?
Oh, it's a significant savings. You're looking at students being able to come for the 9 months that they're here on campus, being able to pay for their student housing as well as their meal plans for the same cost that it would be, and their tuition, I'm sorry. So it would be their student housing and their tuition for the same cost it would be for them going and staying at a local facility, at a hotel, a motel, or even at an apartment complex.
And so this will save the students somewhere around what? 600?
Anywhere between 700 and 1,000, depending upon what they get for their meal plans.
Yeah.
Man, that's going to be a deal changer for a lot of people to save $700 a month.
So basically what you had commissioned was that they can come and they can stay, and their tuition would be basically included for free.
Yeah, that's awesome. And let me say that in order to get this done, we need either $1 million a month extra to get these 2 dorms done. We need $2 million a month to get the dorms done, not only in 24, but also all 6 done by August of 25. And then $3 million a month in order to be able to get all of that done that I just said, plus do the Student Activities Center, the architectural drawings, the permits, and get all of this stuff done so that there isn't a lag in our building. And let me say that some of you think, man, this is just a huge amount of money. Here's what I've come up with as I've prayed about this. We right now have about 70,000 monthly partners. And we have, some of those are from overseas that support what we're doing here. So we have 66,000 monthly partners here in the U.S. Did you know if half of that, 33,000 people, just had $1 a day faith, that would amount to $30 a month. You multiply that times 33,333, and that'd be an extra $1 million a month. Yeah. So we've already got 66,000 partners. If half of that number either increased their partnership or just decided that they had $1 a day faith, that's not very much. We could get this done. Some of you, I believe, have $2 a day faith, and that would be $60 a month, or $3 a day faith would get this done and we could be doing all of these things simultaneously.
Amen.
And man, I mean, within 2 to 3 years, we would be accommodating, I don't know, hundreds of more people than what we're doing, saving them money, changing people's lives. It would just be awesome.
Amen.
So anyway, we're going to be devoting some time this week to just showing you in more detail. Today was a real brief introduction, but we're going to be showing you in more detail different aspects of what we're doing. And I just want to challenge you. We've got millions and millions of people watching this program right now. Millions. We've got over 6 billion people that could be watching it, and I know that there's millions. And many of you have been touched and blessed through this ministry, and I'm not asking you to help me. I'm asking you to touch these students to enable us to be able to fulfill the vision that God has put on my heart. So if you'll listen to our announcer, he's going to summarize and give you all of these options. I encourage you to go to our website, check it out, and become a partner with us today.
To those watching this broadcast today, there's never been a greater opportunity to change your world through Andrew Wommack Ministries and Charis Bible College. We invite you to scroll through our website at awmi.net/vision to find your perfect place of partnership today. If you have questions or would like to speak to someone on our helpline, call 719-635-1111. Once again, that's 719-635-1111. Andrew's staff members are here at work on our helpline 24/7, and they would love to speak with you. Call now and let them know what God has spoken to your heart. Let's remind you of the powerful ways you can make an eternal difference today. Whether you're increasing your partnership or looking to become a partner today, you'll be making a huge difference for time and eternity. For $1, $2, or $3 a day, that's just $30, $60, or $90 a month, you can join with an army of 33,000 friends and partners to do the following. With $1 a day faith, you'll help Andrew see the 2 Grace and Faith dorms completed by August of this year in time for fall enrollment. Having 2 residence halls is critical, one for male students and one for female students. With $2 a day faith, you'll help us complete the other 4 dorms for a total of 6 completed residence halls by August of 2025. Plus, you'll build a production studio dedicated to the new Gospel Truth programs coming out of the Charis Film and Production School. And with just $3 a day faith, you'll help us do all of this, plus launch construction on the very important Student Activity Center that will serve the need for more classrooms, meeting rooms, cafeteria, underground parking, and much, much more. That's for just $3 a day or $90 a month, less than half the price of a daily coffee. Maybe you want to make an even bigger impact on Andrew's vision. Well, there are other options available on our website, including sponsoring a dorm room and legacy giving. Scan the QR code on the screen, go to awmi.net/vision, or call 719-635-1111 to talk to someone on our helpline. You won't be talking to a stranger. Ministry staff are at work on our helpline 24/7. Call now and let us know what God is speaking to your heart. No gift is too large or small in this effort. Let's do this together and watch what God will do when we partner together. We pray God's richest blessing on you as you exercise your faith with ours. Visit our website or call our helpline for more information at 719-635-1111. Be sure to join Andrew, Billy, Mike, and Carrie tomorrow as they continue to present this opportunity for you to change the world through partnership.